there, gorgeous happy people. You've got Sammy here, and today we are going to be completing the Embrace the Heart granny square. So I've just done a chain of 4 to start. Then in the 4th chain from the hook, so the first loop of the chain, I'm going to start doing some double crochet. If my fingers will cooperate. Now in that loop we are going to put 15 double crochet. So including the starting chain at the end of round 1, we will have 16 double crochet slip stitched into the top of the chain 3 that we started with, and I will meet you back here when you've got 16 double crochet including that starting chain. I'll see you all soon. Okay, round 1 completed, 16 double crochet into the first loop of our starting chain. I'm going to chain 3 and then I'm going to repeat the next part 4 times. So I'm going to do a front post double crochet around the next double crochet, and I'm going to do 5 double crochet into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Front post double crochet around the next stitch, and a double crochet into the next stitch. On the last repeat of that stitch pattern, we'll be omitting that last double crochet because that's our starting chain. So from there we're back into a front post double crochet around the next stitch, 5 double crochet in the following, followed by a front post double crochet and our normal double crochet. So if you want to follow along with the video, go back around 2 minutes. Otherwise, repeat that stitch pattern all the way back to the beginning where we'll slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain 3. I'll see you back here ready for the 3rd round. Okay, we're looking nice and square early on this one. You can see those front post double crochet. I don't know how clearly they'll come up. You can see they're raised on the front. Nice flat corners. Ready for round 3. We're going to chain 3 and we're going to repeat this stitch pattern 4 times. I'm going to do a front post double crochet around the front post double crochet from the previous round. We're going to do 2 double crochet, one into each of the next 2 stitches, so 1 and 2, and we're going to pop 5 double crochet into the 3rd stitch, so that'll be the center of our corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a double crochet into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, front post double crochet around the front post double crochet from the previous round, and then a double crochet to finish out that stitch set. So you can see we've kind of repeated the pattern from the last round, extending it out with a few extra double crochet as our square grows. So from here, straight into a front post double crochet, 2 double crochet in the first 2, corner, 3rd stitch in that corner, we'll get 5 double crochet, DC into the next 2, front post and a DC. If you want to follow along with the video, go back around 2.5 minutes. Otherwise, continue that stitch pattern, obviously omitting the last double crochet because that's our chain 3, and slip stitching into the top of the beginning chain 3 there to finish off this round. I'll meet you back here ready for round 4. Alright, round 3 done, we're ready for round 4. So I've just done a chain of 1. I'm going to pop a single crochet into the same stitch, going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and then I'm going to skip a stitch. The next stitch, so skipping 1, the next stitch we're going to pop 9 double crochet into, all into the 1 stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I don't think I have ever packed so many double crochet into 1 stitch except for at the start of a pattern. Now I'm going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and a slip stitch into the next, which will be the corner stitch. Then I'm going to skip 2 stitches and pop 9 double crochet into the 3rd. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to skip 1 stitch, pop a slip stitch into the 2nd, oops, and then a single crochet into the next stitch, which is the top of a front post double. It's the double crochet between the front post double crochet. So there's our first heart made. We're going to repeat that on the other 3 sides as well. So at the end of it we'll have 4 hearts with those nice front post double crochet defining the center and points through the square. Got 1 more round with this colour before the recommended colour change. 2 colours are recommended for this square to get the full effect. I'll let you guys finish off this round, making the top of the hearts looking gorgeous at this point. If you want to follow along those stitch patterns with the video, go back around 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Otherwise, we'll finish off with a slip stitch into the original single crochet that we did at our starting point. And I'll meet you back here ready for round 5. Okay guys, we've got our 4 hearts now. We're going to move on to round 5. Now round 5 is something a little bit different. Seems kind of tricky. You're going to be fine. Fine. Now the easiest way to do it is kind of fold your heart down a little bit. We're going to be working back post single crochet. We're going to be working them into the stitches from round 3. So not around the hearts, around the square that we'd made originally. So pushing that down if you need to see, and I'm going to demonstrate this as clearly as I possibly can. So I've done a chain of 1. I'm going to do a back post single crochet around the stitch where we joined. I don't know how clear that was. We're going to do a back post single crochet around the next 5 stitches. So the next one will be around the front post double crochet. It's going from the back across the front and back to the back. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And you can see the ones you've worked around. 4 and 5. So we're getting a nice little ridge of stitches on the back of our square. So back post single crochet into the next 5 stitches. We're going to repeat this all the way back to our beginning point. So I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2. I'm going to skip a stitch, and then I'm going to pop a back post single crochet. Oops. Into the next 11 stitches. So it's easy, if you lose track of where you're at, it's easy to see if you go onto the back side of your square. 1, 2, 3. You kind of lost it. There it is. 3. 4. Can be a little fiddly. 5. 6. 7. Oops. which gets us back to the corner, the center of the row where we did our chain space and skipped a stitch earlier. Yeah. So we're back to a chain of 2, skipping a stitch, and then 11 back posts single crochet. So at the end of the round you'll have 44 back post single crochet and 4 chain 2 spaces, and you'll have this nice ridgy little square on the back of your work. I'll be finishing off with this colour at the end of this round, moving on to round 6. See you back here soon. So we finished off round 5, which was all those back post single crochet, which I'm hoping you can see there in a square around the back, with the chain 2 spaces. So I've joined in my second colour with a slip stitch to a chain 2 space. Any chain 2 space is fine. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm just going to work from the back of the square for this round. So I'm going to chain 2 and pop a half double crochet into the same space, and I'm going to pop a half double crochet into each stitch, so 11 half double crochet, all the way to the next chain space, popping a half double crochet into each of those single crochet, 10 and 11. Now for the chain space, we're going to pop 3 half double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. We're going to repeat that all the way back to the beginning. Now when we get back here, we've got our chain and a 1 half double, so we just pop the third one, the last one, into the chain space, slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain 2 to finish out round 6. Meet you back here in a few minutes for round 7, and we are nearly finished our gorgeous square. I'll see you soon. Hey, we're back now because we, oops, I didn't, I missed a stitch. Had a half double crochet to finish in the last chain space. We are already in the right starting point. So we're going to chain 3, pop a double crochet into the same stitch, chain 1 and pop another 2 double crochet in. The center of our chain spaces are becoming our corners. From there, we're going to pop a double crochet into the next 13 stitches, which takes us to the middle of the next chain space. Remembering chain spaces have 3 stitches, so we're working in the second one to create the next corner. corners will be 2 double crochet, a chain of 1 and another 2 double crochet, all in the one stitch. So quite simple, just building out the back of our square to create the actual square part that will be used for joining. If you're going to be turning it into a blanket or something. And our squares, that our circles, our hearts perhaps, that we started off by doing, will be the center of the square and will sort of sit off the front a little bit. I'll just finish these first 13 with you. So this will be the side of one of the sides of our square that I'm working now. Still just pushing the tops of those hearts out of the way so we can build the back of it. It has a nice block to sit on. And 13. Now, as I said, we're back 3 in the chain space. The middle one, we're going to pop in 2 double crochet, a chain of 1 and another 2 double crochet, and then we'll continue down the next side. Double crochet into each of the next 13 stitches. So we've got 2 corners and a side made now. I'll let you guys finish off this round and I will meet you back here for round 8, which will be the final round for this square. See you soon. Okay, I'm going to be working from the front again now for our final round. My hearts are a little squished from being bent over on themselves, but you can see how gorgeous they are. And those front post double crochet just make the nice points into the center. Our final round. Okay, gonna chain 1. Sorry, I was counting. Pop a single crochet in the same space and into the next 5. Just going to check that it's 5. Basically, from the corner, you want the 5th space. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One off. Okay, on the next one, we want to grab the 5th double crochet of the heart and go through that as well to complete the double crochet. So there's 9 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go into that first, then into the next stitch, pull back through both and complete our single crochet as normal. And that'll just get them sitting nice and flat. Finish our single crochet to the corner. So 5 single crochet from the corner. The 6th one is where we pick up the center of that side of the heart. Now in the chain 1 space, that's our corner, we're going to do 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Then single crochet into the next 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Our heart's anchored down for the gorgeous square. Now it should be 5 stitches to pick up the next one, but just check that by counting back 5 stitches. On the 6th is where we want to pick it up. Finish that round of single crochet and we're all done. I hope you've enjoyed hooking up this square as much as I have. Until next time, happy hooking.